The most unknown serial killer. I served time together with the most unknown serial killer in the world. Hello, everyone. I am a former convict and not really good with computers, but I accidentally came across this site and with pleasure read the stories of others, so I decided to tell mine. I served 10 years in prison from 2001 to 2011, and perhaps met a person who could be considered the most unknown serial killer in the world. This was in 2011, when I had about 6 months left before my release, and I will not name his name for obvious reasons. Well, we shared a cell for those last 6 months. He was serving 3 years for fraud, maybe more. I don't remember. He was about 60, and to put it simply, he didn't look like a convict at all. Thin, in glasses, and always with a book. During walks, he always played chess, and I heard that during all that time he never lost once. At first, I didn't really talk to him, but after I told him that I was getting out soon and complained that I was struggling with paperwork since I wasn't good at writing, he helped me. I was grateful, and after that we became friendlier with each other. But it was exactly the night before my release that he told his story. I got some moonshine, and we started drinking and sharing tales. Well, like it usually happens in prison, mostly send-offs and boasting. I admit, we got pretty drunk, and that's when he told his story. Then, just like you now, I thought it was complete nonsense. We were drunk, and I didn't believe a single word, just decided it was the ravings of a madman. But when I got out, well, first I'll tell his story, and then what I learned afterwards. That night he confessed that from 1970 to 2010, he killed 155 people. He said that he killed his first victim when he was 23, but realized he wanted to do this all his life back when he was 15. He said it was a calling, like priesthood. He said his special field was roads, mostly highways. He waited in roadside rest areas in the dark until someone pulled in. Fridays were his favorite, the easiest victims, like taking candy from a child. They snored in the front seat in the parking lot, trying to sleep it off after a dozen mugs of beer before the police could catch them. And he said, watched them while they slept, heads thrown back on the headrest, mouths open. He said that. Traveling around the country and waiting for drunk people became too easy, boring. Then he switched to couples. He loved student couples the most. Young, sweet, with their whole lives ahead of them. He said it gave him incredible pleasure to take away life with such potential. They would drive to the nearest roadside rest stop on the highway to make love, and he, in the dark, watched them before getting to work. After that, as he said, he recorded news broadcasts where they always showed a sweet young blonde with a smile, smiling at him from the screen. Then they showed a vigil with candles in the hands of those who were grateful it wasn't them. A crying parent, a teacher who barely knew the student, but spoke about her great potential that would never come true. He sorted those. Reports into categories, and in the evenings turned on his favorites. Like a movie, he would sit with pizza and wine and watch those news, recalling different victims over the years. Of course, I didn't believe a word. Who would believe that? We were drunk, and by that time it all disgusted me. Of course, I wanted to smash his face, but I couldn't. In the morning, I was being released, and he knew it. And later I realized that's exactly why he told it all. He was taunting me. In general, it was the last part of his story that made me think. In the 90s, a girl named Alicia was killed. I won't reveal her full name, but you can Google it, the article will pop up. Everyone knew that case. A loud story in our country, but that night he said that he committed that murder. Asked if I wanted to know where the body was buried. I told him he was a sick bastard, but he still named the place. You should have seen the smile on his face, as if all this time he had been playing with me, waiting for the night before my release to tell everything, to test me or something. In the morning he just gave me an empty look when I walked out of the cell. And I'll tell you, I've been around killers and bandits my whole life, but that look on his face was something special. Sometimes it still appears before my eyes when I close them. Those cold, dark eyes. And then the following 6 months after my release, I kept thinking about what he said about that loud murder, about the place of that poor girl. I even caught myself, at night, crawling onto the internet to look for details about the case, comparing what that man had said. It got to the point that I started having strong anxiety because of all that. Of course, I would never go to the police. I'm old school, but I don't know. Sometimes it gnaws at me. I think he was just lying but decided to let it out. Anyway, I liked reading your stories, so I decided to share mine. I'm looking forward to others. It helps my anxiety. Thank you for reading, and may God bless you. Well, thank you for watching this video till the end. I look forward to your comments. Also, watch our previous videos, which you will see right here, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if for some reason you still haven't. Good luck.